Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a little mini haul for you on some more Korean skincare beauty products that I ordered. Is it Korean skincare beauty or just K-beauty? And I wanted to go ahead and share them with you because I mentioned it in my last video where I talked about the Korean skincare products that I bought last year and I've been trying, just to give you guys like an update on how I felt about the products and if I'd recommend them. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. But for today's video, I just wanted to briefly show you guys and talk like just a little bit about some more products that I went ahead and ordered. Some of them I've already kind of dove into and I've been using it a little bit. I'm just gonna jump into it. As mentioned in my previous video, I did order some more products from SOONJUNG. I really wanted to just kind of replenish my 2x Barrier Intensive Cream, which that's this product right here. And I did already kind of touch on that product in the other video, so check that out if you want to hear about that. But I went ahead and picked up 3 other things from them because, like I said, I noticed that they are kind of fragrance free for the most part. So I was like, oh, okay, so this will be okay for my skin. I won't have any reactions. Love that. So I picked up their 10 Free Moist Emulsion. I went ahead and got the Mild Defense Sunscreen SPF 49 PA++. This was another product that I was really interested in trying because I wanted to try Korean sunscreen for the longest time because I was like, oh, I heard really good things about them, but almost every single one of them have some sort of fragrance and I'm not down with fragrance, especially on sunscreen. So I was on the hunt for one that had no fragrance at all in it, and this was one of the first sunscreens that popped up. So I was like, okay, I'll just go ahead and grab that to try. And then the other thing from them is going to be the 5-penthensicide Cica Balm. We'll just call it the Cica Balm. The active ingredient in this one seems to be 5% penthensicide. Vitamin B5, if you didn't know, is pantothenic acid, which in the body, it just helps convert protein and fat and carbs and stuff like that into energy. So it's really interesting to have that in a Cica Balm. But yeah, I thought this was intriguing, so I picked that up. So diving into the sunscreen first, this Mild Defense Sun Care, like I said before, SPF 49 PA++. It's kind of rare to find an SPF with just 2, but nonetheless, SPF 49. This one is going to be, I believe it's a mineral sunscreen because it's like titanium dioxide. And is there any English ingredients on here? Okay, yeah, nano zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So it's a physical sunscreen. So you'll definitely have a little bit of that white cast with this one. Not ideal for deeper skin tones if you don't want to look ghostly, unless you're gonna put makeup over top. In that case, it really doesn't matter because everything will cover it. But if you're just kind of going out with a bare face, then yeah, you'll probably have that kind of ghostly cast. I've used this, I think, 2 times now. And in my experience, I didn't have any irritation or any issues with this. What I did notice with this sunscreen though is that it doesn't spread quite easily, if that makes sense. So with a lot of the other brands that I use, I find that if I do like a pump or 2 for my entire face, I can really like spread that across the cheeks and forehead and jawline and a little bit on the neck. And it's really easy to blend and kind of work into the skin, and it goes a long way. This product, I don't feel like it spreads that easily. I feel like if you try to spread it across the cheeks and like further on the jawline and the neck, you might end up tugging at your skin more than you're actually like dispersing product. So I feel like in that sense, you might end up using a lot more of it. So I don't know that it will necessarily like outdo any sunscreens that I already own, but I did pick it up to try it out because I've never used a Korean brand before and I wanted to see how it compares. But I will keep you updated because I've only used it, I think maybe 2 times now, so I don't think that's enough for me to form like a conclusive opinion yet. But so far, that's just been like the one thing that I noticed that may be a little bit of an annoyance. But we'll see. I'll keep you updated on that. Again, it's fragrance free, so would recommend in that case. And on to this 10 Free Moist Emulsion. Their wording is, it's like a little bit confusing for me. I don't know if it's just because when they try to translate stuff to English, it just doesn't kind of read the same. But the way they word it, like 10 Free Moist Emulsion, like, can you just say if it's a moisturizer or not and have me less confused? But for the most part, it just seems like it's a lightweight lotion. In texture, it's really thin, really lightweight consistency. So I think almost all skin types would benefit from this. Maybe you'd need something a little bit richer if you're really dry. This is another product that I've only used maybe 2 times so far because I have a lot of other moisturizers and stuff that I'm trying to cycle through. But it is coming up on warmer weather now, and it's gonna get really hot and humid where I am. So something thin and lightweight like this might be really good for me. So I will definitely keep you updated on how I get along with this one. But again, this is another fragrance-free product, so I think it'll be great for us sensitive gals. And I mean, just because it's fragrance-free, I am way more comfortable recommending it in general. So yeah, am I weird for keeping everything in the boxes just because I wanted to like make the video cuter? Like, I don't know, I'm weird. On to the Cica Balm that I was excited to try. This I've used a couple of times now, and I definitely used it when, because like the weather right now is kind of weird. It's supposed to be getting warmer, but like a couple weeks ago it was like really cold for a period of time, and then it kind of warmed up, but then it would get back cold again. And it's doing the same thing again this week, where we had like 2 or 3 days it was kind of chillier, but then when the sun was out it kind of warmed up, but then it got really cold. It's been weird. So when it was colder, I started using this a little bit here and there underneath my moisturizer, just because I felt like my skin was a little bit dehydrated, just felt a little dry. I needed some extra loving. I used this in that instance, and I thought it was fine. I would say though, if you have the Cica Balm and you have the Barrier Intensive Cream, like obviously I'm a skincare hoarder and I bought both, but if you have one, I don't know that you necessarily need the other. I would say this is much thicker in consistency. So if you're familiar with, oh my gosh, that ceramide, who is it? Is it Dr. Jart or whoever? They have like a ceramide cream or something like that. This is very similar in consistency. So if you need some intense loving on the skin, maybe you have like extra dryness, maybe you're super dehydrated, you just need some extra loving, I think this will be a better option for you. But if you're like me and you have an oilier skin type and maybe something like that is way too thick for you, then I mean, I don't know that you necessarily need either of these products, but if you want to choose one between the two, I would say the Barrier Cream. It's a little bit lighter weight, and that might be a little bit better for your skin type, but you probably wouldn't need either of these in that case. I will say though, I think the main difference is going to be that you have higher concentration of panthenol in this one, whereas your Barrier Cream, I think, is going to be mainly the madecassoside or the Centella asiatica derivative in here, but both very similar products, so you don't necessarily need both. Yeah. And then moving on to something that's been really exciting. It's from COSRX, and it is their Propolis Light Ampule. And this has been very interesting. There's 80% propolis extract in here, and if you guys want me to do a separate video on that ingredient and how beneficial it is for the skin, let me know. I'm not gonna like go into that too much here, but this has been amazing for my skin. My skin has been loving it. Again, another fragrance-free product. I will say, oh, I recommend this though for all skin types. I think anybody can benefit from this, especially if you are like me, more acne prone. This is really nice. I will say my issue with this, I think the packaging is cute and all, but the amount that you're getting in here, you get less than a fluid ounce. So you get 0.67 fluid ounces or 20 mils. Like, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't do Fahrenheit and I don't do ounces. Like, I'm not about that world. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it means. So for me, 20 mils, like, that makes more sense. But yeah, you don't even get 50 mil of product in here, and this is a little bit pricier. So I purchased all of these on iHerb, whatever you want to say. I do have a little code, like a reward code, that if you guys use it, I think it'll save you a little bit. So I'll include that here. And then I'll include that in the description bar down below if you just want to save a little bit, because you know me, I don't pay full price for anything. Sorry. If they offered this in a bigger size, I would be really happy, because like my only thing is you go through this so quickly. Like, I didn't even use it that many times, and you guys can see how low I already am on it. And this is something that I've only used in like my nighttime routine. Not every single night, but the times I've used it, it's only been at night. I don't use it during the daytime, and I've really liked it. I just wish that there was more. My skin has been loving this. I've noticed like overall, it has kind of tamed any little pesky blemishes on the skin, kind of like, you know, got rid of those. And then it works a little bit to kind of brighten up my overall complexion. But yeah, this is really really good, and it surprised me. And the last thing that I picked up was this another product from COSRX, the Centella Blemish Cream. So I had seen, I think I saw this in like a video, or it got mentioned somewhere, or maybe it was just Google ads, listening to all my conversations and mentioning COSRX and Centella Asiatica. But this was something that I saw on iHerb, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to try it out. So instead of, you know, like the Kate Somerville spot treatment and stuff that I use, this product kind of takes the place of those. So you pretty much just apply it to anywhere you have active breakouts. And I guess it's supposed to either just like reduce the size of it, help with the discoloration in that area, and just kind of like kill it off. So I have used this a handful of times now, and I have been really liking this. This product does contain tea tree oil, so if you are sensitive to that, or if you just don't like tea tree oil, be mindful of that. That's one of the main ingredients, I believe. So far, I haven't noticed that it did anything for the hyperpigmentation, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation that I tend to get. Whether or not I pick at my skin, like it just happens, it is inevitable with me. But I have noticed that it definitely will dry up the active blemishes, and some that I feel like are brewing. If I put this early enough, it will kind of stop it in its tracks. So for those reasons, I've been really liking it. And it's gentle enough, like there's no itching, burning, stinging sensations. Even though technically tea tree oil is an essential oil, it's technically still fragrance free because that does have antibacterial properties to it. So it's not that they just put that in here for it to smell like tea tree, it actually has a purpose. So yeah, in that case, yeah, technically it's fragrance free. But I would definitely recommend this one if you guys are looking for, I guess, a spot treatment and you don't want to do one of those like dip, you know, cotton swab in the bottle type of ones. Again, the only thing is it is a little bit pricier, but for what you get and how much you need to apply to the skin, I think you can get quite a bit of use out of this product because you only need a little bit. I do want to also note that this used to come apparently with a little spatula, which I would have loved. Like this is the one thing that's missing for me in the new packaging, but apparently that was something that has always been included, and then I guess they just recently stopped doing that. This definitely is one of those products you want to be really mindful of using clean hands and fingers, or just using like a separate tool to just kind of scoop out a little bit of it and apply it to the skin. That way you're not like contaminating the product and getting it all like gross and nasty in there. But yeah, that's my issue with this product. I wish they went back to including it with the little spatula thing. But yeah, that is pretty much it, you guys. So that is like my little mini skincare haul on all my Korean products that I bought. Don't forget, if you want to save a little bit of moolah, you can use my little code if you want to order these off of iHerb. I will again have that listed down below for you. Don't forget to leave me any comments if you have any questions or concerns. I will see you guys in my next video. Besitos.